Goran, how are you doing today? Great film. Had a great time watching it. What was it about Archer that you had to take the role?
Well, it wasn't so much about Arturo. It was more about the whole story, the whole film. I know the story for a long time, and the way how the story was told, what Marco Portnecorvo envisioned it, and when I read the script, I really loved the simplicity of these kids being actually portrayed as kids. They were not glorified. They were not saints immediately. They were just the kids who saw this lady, this nice person who told them these beautiful things, and to tell them, look, you should actually come back once a month, and I'm going to give you these messages, and I want you to spread the word. For them, it was as simple as that. And then these adults come in, and the politics come in, and the government, and the church, and mom, and dad, and everything. And I have 4 kids, and I was trying to think of my own. My God, what would I do if my kids come home to me and say, Dad, we were playing on an island, and then Virgin Mary came, and then she told us, and I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's really interesting, when you think about it. And these people, especially at the time, you can imagine no TV, no internet, everything was like newspapers. It was a really fascinating time, for everybody involved in the story. So I really, at the time, I was doing Timeless final movie, 2-parter, and then I was guest starring on Santa Clarita Diet. And I told my manager, dude, I don't care. I want to be in this, He's like, it's in Portugal. I'm like, I don't care. Make it work. So we kind of juggled 3 jobs together. I was flying Lisbon, LA, once every 10 days. It was a bit hectic, but I'm glad I did it. It was a really special project.
Yeah, and it was a great film, especially somebody who knows the story, went to Catholic school for 12 years.
Oh, okay.
I really, this was the best rendition I've seen ever.
Okay.
Of the story.
Yeah.
And your role was so powerful because you're kind of the doubting Thomas in the village as the mayor. What do you take in order to get that feeling to portray that character?
Well, if you really, as an actor, you're trying to put yourself in the shoes of the character. You really need to kind of like strip all these layers of today's civilization that we have, technology, running water, all that stuff. Just take it all away and put yourself in the skin of that guy. First World War is still happening. The new government is pretty much against the church. They're trying to portray everybody who goes to church. They're a superstitious bunch. They're against technology, against the advancement. Portugal is trying to build themselves as this new technologically advanced country, frown upon church and superstition. And now these kids are coming with this story that is kind of igniting this religious fire in his area where he's mayor, when he's in charge. The government in Lisbon put him in charge there. So he's first thinking, these kids are inventing this story, they're lying, and I need to stop this, because it's all these people start coming from all these different areas. They wanted to see the kids. So if you put yourself in his shoes, the story is very simple,
Yeah.
But later on, when he sees that these kids are really stubborn and they're really going through this like storm of adults and church and bishop. They're like, this, if the bishop came to you when you were like 12 years old and said, tell me this and that, you would be like, I better, you know what I mean? So these kids they were telling Bishop, no, we're honest. This really happened,
Yeah.
So for Arturo, it was a very difficult situation. And his wife was also, it's all in historical records, his wife was also against him in the end. She was kind of just said, look, man, just let the story go. You can't do anything. It's not your fault. Just let people believe. The message is beautiful. That's what she said. The message is beautiful. The message is not bad. Why would you stop it?
Yeah.
So, it's a very powerful story that, the politics and how, adults get into something that is so naively beautiful and pure and clean. you know?
Yeah, exactly. And how do you feel the film relates to this time? Because I think right now, more than ever, do we need something that is inspiring, like a film like this? What are your views?
I mean, you know what? I'm a little bit exasperated with everything that's happening. You know, it's like it was never. We never had such a fatigue of information and news and what's going on. Everything seemed to be. I don't want to sound pessimistic or anything, but it's just kind of like. Some things that there was sacred they don't look as sacred anymore. Everything is like, I don't know, is it social media or is this internet or everything? But everything is a little bit like crumbling into there is no more respect towards certain things, you know. So if this movie can just kind of like smack us in the face and say, look guys, stop for a second and just try to be more respectful towards each other and love each other and try to protect. The main thing what's bothering me that's happening in today's world is this greed that whatever we do, we're destroying everything around us without thinking of the future. And it's more and more of us, and you know, we live on a planet that has, you know, finite resources. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's very disrespectful toward other creatures and everything. So, you know, if this story can just kind of like get us a little bit back and just say, think about it. Just think about what's happening in the world and just slow down a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
it's a very complex.
It's a complex question, but it's a great answer. And it's so true to what the story is today and where it needs to reflect today. It comes out this Friday. What can you tell before we let go, what can you tell the Muse audience to get to watch the film?
Well, this is my you know, people ask me, you know, oh my God, you're in a movie about Fatima, you know, so do you believe that these kids actually saw Virgin Mary? Do you believe in a miracle? I'm like, you know what? When you believe is one thing, but then if I tell you I believe, then you start scientifically asking me, okay, well, why do you? Was it recorded? You know, people who saw it, what did they see? Sun cannot move. They're saying that sun moved. So I'm like, no, stop it. I don't care. The message that these kids delivered from Virgin Mary, angel, apparition is a beautiful message. It's a message about love. It's a message about peace. It's a message about praying more, loving each other, respecting each other. I'm like, that's all you need. That's all you should take away from this movie. Like, there is no need to dissect it, you know.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Goran. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing the movie this Friday on demand.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.